Hey guys, welcome into another weekly portfolio update. This week, not a lot of movement, nothing too interesting going on. Shopify did come out with earnings, and they had a massive beat on earnings, and still the stock moved down. It was down about 2% on the day of earnings, and just averaged down this week. As I was saying last week, it's kind of the reason I was selling Shopify, as it has quite a high valuation, and this is sometimes things that happen to stocks that have high valuation. Everyone who kind of wants to get into it has already gotten into it, and then when the earnings come out and they're great, everyone who's already in it is like, yes, sweet, I already bought it, so now it's going to go up. But it doesn't, because everyone who was going to buy it's already bought it. And then, people like the investment funds and stuff, hedge funds managers, they obviously look at that valuation and they care more about that valuation than us retail or individual investors do. So yeah, it doesn't get bought even on good earnings. So this Shopify still has a while to grow into its valuation. Over the course of this week, I did sell another $1,400 US dollars worth of Shopify, and with that money, I have only spent 200 US dollars of it so far, and I bought Tattooed Chef at 1908. So slightly increased my Tattooed Chef position. Or I can show the updated figures. So I've got $1,700 sitting here in cash, and then my Shopify position is down to just one share. Nice round number. I was up about 50% on Shopify just recently, so it's starting to trend down a little bit, which should help out the valuation in the long term if it keeps trending down. Tattooed Chef is at a pretty good price still, under 20. Palantir, the position's just too big for me to move that anymore. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be adding too much more money to it just yet, because it could still move down because the valuation is quite high. And if I put all my money into it now, then I won't have money to put into it if it dips further. So I always want to have a plan for if it continues to go down. Never want to set myself up for failure. Over into Hatch. Corsair Gaming's still down, but I've actually brought my cost basis down across the board by adding it in Sharesies. It's just easier for me to buy stocks in Sharesies. I can just do it easier, really. It's when I put my money into Sharesies, I hold most of my stocks in Sharesies, so I can buy any dip on any of them. Whereas if I put it into Hatch, then I'd be like starting new positions for some of them. And I'd rather keep it all in one platform. It's just a personal thing. Like, I'd tend to buy in smaller lots than what would be efficient to do in Hatch. But yeah, if you buy in huge lots, then Hatch would have less fees because it's $3 US per transaction, where Sharesies is 0.5%. And then both of them have a foreign exchange fee as well. I believe both of them are around 0.4 to 0.5% or so. And then we have Interactive Brokers. My Interactive Brokers account is down from its 2,000 cost basis, but just slightly. And the positions still just Matterport and Planet 13, and not showing the number of stocks for some reason, probably because I'm not logged in with trading and data, market data permissions. So cost basis on the whole portfolio is now 41,000. So that's a profit of 16,307. Well, it's still moving because we're in aftermarket. But I'm up $338 roughly this week. So yeah, not too much of an exciting week really. Nothing much happened. There's a few companies that had earnings and really good earnings beats and didn't really go anywhere. I believe they were all like high market caps or large market caps. I believe Apple and Shopify huge earnings beats, but then didn't move up on those earnings beats. And I believe, well, Shopify's adjusted estimates. I don't know about Apple or any of the other big tech that reported recently. But yeah, looking pretty good on the stocks front. I don't own too many large cap stocks, so even if large caps do start to trend down, it's not going to affect me too much, although it will have somewhat of an effect on some of the stocks that I own. Crypto's doing pretty well. My portfolio is back up to almost 4,500 New Zealand dollars. Bitcoin back at 40,000. So my portfolio was down at like 3,000 at one point. It got pretty low, considering. Actually, I think it went down to like 2,500 or something. It was crazy. My crypto portfolio at its high was 7,500. So significantly down from that still. Still 3k to go from that. But yeah, a lot of the crypto is starting to recover. I do have a little bit out on margin. As you can see right here, negative 1,000 USDT. That just means I've taken out $1,000 in margin on my Binance account and then put that into crypto. You probably heard like some of the talk about tethered coins being a little bit risky, and that would be the case if you're staking these tethered coins, because they have the potential to drop in value if there was some very weird scenario where maybe the Fed comes out with its own stable coin, or there's lawsuits going into these coins that say they're tethered to the US dollar but actually not, potentially. So there's some weird cases where the like USDT or USDC could go down from $1 US dollar, which for people who are staking it to get that 7 to 12% interest or whatever, however much it is, that would be very bad. But for me, having negative 1,000 USDT, if USDT goes down, that would be a positive. And that's negative 1,000 NZD, so negative 700 USD. That'd be a positive for me, because I would be having to pay off less equivalent of my crypto, or selling less of my crypto to pay that off. So I feel like there's not much risk in me having USDT as like my margin drawing currency. If there was even a riskier tether coin, then I'd take my margin out on that. In Binance, you can take margin out on whatever cryptocurrency you want to. So if you think a coin is going to tank, you can trade the peers. So you can sell crypto that you don't even have in order to have crypto, or like a different crypto. I'm probably not the best at explaining this, but yeah, trading peers, you can take margin out on whatever cryptocurrency you want. And if that currency goes down and the cryptocurrency you bought with that margin goes up, then you've made a good profit, and you can sell the cryptocurrency that's gone up in order to pay off the margin. But yeah, I just tend to hold it in USDT, because then you'd be having to research whatever crypto you were taking the margin out on, just to make sure that it's not actually going to go sky high. Because if you've taken margin out on like a crypto that just happens to pop 20% in a day, like that's not good. My 1,000 New Zealand dollars would turn into 1,200 New Zealand dollars if it went up 20% in a day. and I would not be happy about that because that's a negative value. Yeah, that's pretty much not a lot going on in crypto, nothing too exciting. I can't remember if I mentioned last week or if it's happened this week, but Amazon announced that they might start accepting crypto payments from the end of this year, and I've heard rumors that they're looking at creating an Amazon coin, looking to do it end of next year. So yeah, the crypto market had a big boom on that, and there was like a 10 to 12% increase in Bitcoin, which, as you can imagine, meant quite a big increase in some of the other coins. Theta's been doing really well. Theta's at 580 now. It was down at like in the threes at some points, but yeah, now it's actually come down a bit. It was just over 6, but yeah, a lot of the coins have been bumping along with Bitcoin recently, as they tend to do. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for crypto for today. Last thing is my house. So I've got like 3 days left in my house. I've finished all the renovations, and I've pretty much moved most of my stuff out of the house. Got the last few things to move. I've already had a rent appraisal done for, they reckon the rent would be around $475 to $495 per week. So yeah, moving out in a couple of days, and then it'll be advertised in the market, and it'll be going up for rent. Hopefully getting rented out pretty quickly, and then I'll have some rental income. And yeah, with that rental income, I'll be then more able to invest into stocks and crypto. Probably more stocks than crypto, but yeah. Yeah, a lot going on at the moment. Like cleaning the house, moving my stuff out, getting rid of all the rubbish, trying to move stuff out before I last need to use it. Like my computer, obviously, I need to use it right now. Then after that, computer will be going into storage. So my next few videos over the next 7 weeks while I'm away for work will be just off my phone, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Not really a lot I can do. I was planning on taking my computer, but turns out my suitcase isn't as big as I thought it was, and I can't even fit my computer in there, which is unfortunate, but yeah. So I'll just be doing the next few videos off of my phone. Yeah, they'll probably just be shorter videos because it's a bit more difficult on the phone. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this portfolio update. Yeah, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See ya.